Once again, we welcome you to Hutton Arena at Hamline University, where Keystone Productions proudly presents high school girls basketball. Today we are showcasing a game from the Pat Paterson Thanksgiving tournament with St. Paul Central and Centennial. The leading scorers from the first half, Kiara Buford from Central had 10 points, Georgie Jones had 8 points, and Tiara Taylor had 7 points. For Centennial, Megan Nipe did most of the scoring with 12 of Centennial's 23 points. Bridget Schumann scored 6 points, all from inside. And Emily Becken, with that 1 3-pointer, is the only reason she's on the scoring chart right now.
Yeah, both teams are really going to need to step it up. Like I said before, less turnovers, just fundamentals of basketball. Central has such an in-depth squad, but Buford, Jones, and Taylor are really going to need to step up and take control of this basketball game if they're going to pull it out for Central.
Guys, Megan Nipe's been a real force for Centennial. I talked to some of the coaches before the start of the half. Their game plan the second half, penetrate the ball and get into the lane in transition, and they've had some success doing that. So it'll be an interesting combination. Central, the athletic, run up and down team, but Centennial says they want to take it to them and get the ball in the paint. So we'll take a look, see what happens. Back upstairs, you guys.
And we will resume action in the second half. For both teams, their original starters are back out on the floor. Centennial will get the first possession. Schumann wanted to go inside. Instead, finds Becken for 3. No good. Blum with the rebound. Kiara Buford was right there to intercept the pass. Howard wants to get inside, looking to correct some mistakes she had in the first half where she picked up three fouls.
On that shot attempt, Howard really needs to go strong to the basket. There she faded away. She had the position, she had a dribble. She could have gone to the basket to either get the layup or cause a foul. Instead, fading away made her shot uneven.
In the first half, there was a lot of problems taking advantage on fast breaks. Just like there. Fight for the ball, and Tiara Taylor comes up with it. She's got Johnson. Johnson looking to get a fast break opportunity. Won't get the shot. She will get called for or draw the foul. The foul is on Kayla Blum. And that is her third personal. She's in foul trouble. In and out for Johnson. Another thing with the way this game has been going, the crowd has been quite subdued.
Yeah, they were loud at the beginning of the game, but now subdued and quiet.
Reflecting the overall nature of this game, and Johnson could do nothing from the free throw line. You wonder how much yesterday's game fatigued both these teams.
They were both good games. Both teams played hard, played intense. It's going to have effect the morning after, especially in the beginning of a season.
And the Gopher women know all about that. They're in the middle of a 3-day tournament in Hawaii right now.
Wouldn't you love to be in Hawaii right now?
I would love to be in Hawaii right now, especially anywhere but here in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Schumann fights the strip and allows Centennial to keep the ball. Allums stops, pops, gets the bounce.
Good court awareness by Allums, really knowing where she is on the floor and able to find her teammates and finding the spaces to create the point, to get the points on the board.
Allums with 4 points now. Taylor wanted 3, tried to get inside, and can't handle the ball.
Really need to calm down and take a breath, and the little mistakes are really going to affect this game. Plus, it's a 28-25 game. It's a low-scoring game.
There's no shot clock, so you have plenty of time to set things up. Allums wastes no time getting 6 points, and once again putting Centennial back within 1. 2 quick buckets from Allums, and she might be looking to make a statement after an unproductive first half. Johnson draws another foul. It will go to Bridget Schoonman, her second personal.
Really attacking the basket and getting herself in position to score, and now she ends up at the free throw line.
It only matters if you make your free throws, and Johnson makes her first free throw of the game today. This time she sinks both. And Central up 30-27. Central in a 2-3. Allums fires again, too strong. Blom got the rebound, and now Peden wanted a three, but Central's right there to take it away. And Centennial will reset.
Central set up in a 2-3 zone, trying to stop what of the 2 or 3 three-point makes that Centennial had from the outside.
Peden open, short. Jones comes up with it.
Central really trying to push the ball up the floor.
Taylor thought about a shot, instead will drive inside, too strong. She gets her own rebound, falls on it, loses it to Peden.
3-on-1 situation.
And Megan Nipe knows what to do. She has 14 points. And she is picking up where she left off last season. Jones calling for it. Taylor will drive. And Willie Taylor not happy with that play. Here comes Centennial. They could take the lead. And Allums will get called for the traveling violation. Centennial, they can get there, but once they get to within 1 or 2 points, they just seem to stop.
Centennial kind of needing a spark here, fire themselves up, get themselves in this.
Central effective at killing runs last year. Jones, too strong. Megan Howard fights for the rebound. Lobs it. No good. Centennial will take possession. Still for Megan Howard, that is her strength on the offensive side. 14 minutes to go in the second half.
It's only a 1-point game, but Centennial acting very sluggish. Really need to find something to get them in this game.
Nipe could not get it. Centennial will reset. Schoonman missed again. Megan Howard with the rebound.
Good move, good move, and good play to the basket. Just can't finish.
Jump ball. Central will keep possession. Siona West and Brittany Dorsey are now in, replacing Megan Howard and Kiana Johnson. Megan Wojtaszek stepping in, replacing Bridget Schoonman for Centennial. Taylor, another missed opportunity. And Centennial wastes an opportunity there, so no harm, no foul.
Allums really trying to step it up, trying to carry her team. The one here that looks like has the spark, grabbing the rebounds, making the first couple baskets for Centennial. Her team picks it up like she is. They're in this ball game.
And Central, a team that was consistently putting up 80 points a game. Siona West gets the bounce, driving inside. And she gets on the board. Wojtaszek to Allums. Allums gets inside. A foul on Georgie Jones, her third personal, and will send Kiara Allums to the line.
I understand where Georgie's coming from, trying to get that block. It's a good feeling, but you gotta be careful not to pick up the foul.
In which now she's in foul trouble. Allums makes her first. She is not the person you want to put in front of the free throw line, shooting 84% from last year.
It's a great stat to have, though.
She makes both, now has 8. And if there's anybody who knows how to play against this Central team, it's Kiara Allums. And Kiara Buford will take the ball up court.
Kiara Allums never wearing a Central jersey, but definitely playing with this Central team in Summer League. She knows the tempo, she knows their weaknesses, she knows their strengths.
Brittany Dorsey's offensive persistence proved successful. She got the last basket for Central. Traveling violation on Centennial. It's 34-31, 12-17 to go in the first half. Taylor, she'll drive it herself. 2 points for her. She now has 9. Central up by 5. Just when it seems like they look like they're about to break away, Centennial finds a way to stay in it. Foul away from the ball.
Just as you pointed out, Hill, earlier, sitting in the crowd is Alyssa Moore, who graduated from Centennial in 05 and who was a teammate of mine at St. Ben's.
Dorsey was called for the foul. Her first personal. And once again, the foul's about even. But it looks like Megan Howard will get called for her 4th personal foul. One more and she's out.
Here comes Georgie Jones replacing her. She has to be careful, though. She's sitting with 3. With those 2 in foul trouble, Centennial can really take advantage.
Blom with the 3, short. Megan Nipe with the rebound, cleans up the mess. She has 16 points. And excuse all my Gopher women's basketball references, but in the game against Louisville earlier this season, the Gophers clawed their way back from a 12-point deficit, partly sparked by one of their starting 5 fouling out.
Yeah, it could be the exact same here with both Georgie Jones and Megan Howard in foul trouble. One of them fouls out. Centennial can really get some momentum off of that.
Emily Becking got called for the foul with Centennial, her 2nd personal. Central forced to call timeout. A 30-second timeout. We have not seen too many of those in this game.
Only 2nd timeout of the game.
And these 2 teams, from the first half to the second half, it looks like they picked up where they left off.
Sloppy, not so much sloppy, but there's errors that are being made that don't have to be made. A lot of balls going out of bounds, and a lot of loose balls that people aren't just going for that can really change the momentum of the game.
Not something you would expect from a defending state champion and the Northwest Suburban League champions from last season. But here we are, 36-33. Buford, 3 was too strong. Allums with the rebound. Megan Nipe makes Central pay.
That's good ball movement. You're always going to get the ball up faster passing than you are running and dribbling. It's good ball movement. That's the way Centennial can win this game, is moving the ball like they just did on that breakaway.
Nipe with 18 points, and again Centennial has a chance to take the lead. And if this is any predictor on how the state tournament will turn out right now, it's hard to say who would get that championship. Nipe looking to drive inside. Count it! Centennial takes their first lead of the game.
All of a sudden, Central is down a point.
Megan Nipe with 20 points.
Here comes Kiana Johnson checking back in the game, trying to get control of the team and carry it.
Tiara Taylor with a third personal foul. Nipe picking up where she left off. Three-point play successful. She now has 21. And Centennial with a 2-point lead.
It's going to be interesting to see how Central reacts being down the first time in this ball game.
They haven't been down by much or for very long. Last year, they were able to kill a lot of runs. Another foul on Centennial. Watashik is called for her second personal. Kiara Buford for three. No good. A fight for the rebound and a loose ball foul. It goes against Emily Beckett, her third personal.
Good positioning and fight by Brittany Dorsey to grab that rebound.
And Jill Beckett, Centennial's head coach, will now call timeout.
Centennial leading this game, but seemed to lack a spark or some type of intensity that you think they would have right now beating the state champion.
As you talked about earlier in the broadcast, there will be a lot of schools looking to knock Central off the totem pole.
Yeah.
A team with a 34-game winning streak and often seen as the big bullies of Minnesota basketball. And
they have confidence, they're intense, they're going to step on the floor looking to win every game, and I'm sure other teams do see that as somewhat cocky.
In some fan circles last year, Central was referred to as Big Red. And right now, Big Red trailing another Big Red in Centennial. Centennial, by the way, is located in Circle Pines, Minnesota, a suburb of the Twin Cities.
Johnson looking to set up her team and really get something moving on offense for Central.
Taylor fires, swish. Taylor can score from any direction. She has 9 points now for the Minutemen. Kiara Allums responds on the other end. She now has 10.
She is just fighting away, really wanting to beat this Central team.
8 points in the second half for Allums. Johnson, Buford open in the corner. No good. Centennial will take possession. A lot of time remaining in this game. 9:07 to go. Central in 2-2-1. Passing around, Kiara Allums is open. Foul is called. It's on Brittany Dorsey, her second personal. And one of Centennial's best free throw shooters is now back on the charity stripe.
Central has to know that right now, Allums is the one with the hot hand really creating the plays, and that's who they're going to need to stop in order to maintain a lead in this game.
And after missing her first 2 free throws, Allums has not had trouble from the line. She has made every basket, every free throw since. Now with 12 points and Centennial with their largest lead of the game. Megan Howard coming back in. She has to be careful.
You got your two twin towers in there, Georgie Jones and Megan Howard, really powerful on the inside. It's going to help Centennial, or Central.
Taylor, long distance, converts. It's a two-pointer. She has 11. Taylor's developing a hot hand. Nipe from long distance, swish. "23 points for Megan Nipe. And at least Centennial will have something to cheer about at the end of this game. Megan Howard drives.
Good move, way to get position, really getting in front of her defender, creating an easy passing lane for her teammate to get her the ball.
Fouls on Bridget Schumann, her third personal. Both teams out of fouls to give. Megan Howard, though, not a great free throw shooter. Can't make either of them. And Centennial has a chance to increase their lead. Beckett, nothing. Megan Nipe with a rebound, kiss off the glass, cleans up her own mess. 25 points for Megan Nipe, and Willie Taylor's calling a timeout.
Who would have thought right now Centennial sitting with a 6-point lead, and all of a sudden Central's facing 6-point deficit, looking at what they're going to do to come back and get in this ball game.
Centennial's crowd finally getting back into it.
That's going to help Centennial a lot if their crowd is loud and helping them out. It's going to really push them till the ending buzzer goes off.
Centennial was the preseason favorite to win the state title, and they are holding their own against Big Red, the St. Paul Central Minutemen. Centennial and Central have often played each other in previous Pat Paterson tournaments. In fact, this was the first year that they went to an 8-team tournament. In previous years, it was a 4-team tournament. Central and Centennial have been consistent participants. This year, we also saw the likes of Hopkins, who won their pair of games, beating Cretin-Durham Hall today. Cretin-Durham Hall beating Minneapolis North, a rich history program. Lost to Hopkins today, but to start the season at 1-1, losing your top player, they have to be feeling pretty good about themselves.
Well, I'm sure Centennial is going to feel pretty good about themselves if they take out a team that's on a 34-game winning streak.
Kiara Buford looking to make sure that doesn't happen. Can't get the bounce. Central was up by 12 in the first half.
There she
Kiara
goes.
Buford, there she goes. She now has 12. A lot of high expectations. Allums with the left-handed layup. 12 points in the second half, 14 overall. Nothing can stop her.
I'm really impressed with her play today, really carrying her team. She was quiet in the first half, but really coming on fire the second half. One of the major contributors of why Centennial is winning this ball game right now.
Megan Howard can't convert. Georgie Jones with the rebound. Foul is called. And both teams out of fouls to give, so we'll be shooting free throws from here on out. Foul is on Megan Nipe, her second personal. Jones makes her first, and Central, they need to find some way to stop the bleeding.
Central's getting flustered and they have to keep their heads in the game and not focus on the scoreboard, but possession by possession. That's what's going to win them this ball game. If they could go possession by possession is what they're going to have to do all season, because they are going to be a target for every team to take down.
And if they look at that clock above the backboard, they can see there's a lot of time. Siona West there to intercept the pass. Buford for three. Missed again. Fight for the rebound. It goes to Central. And there's that offensive aggressiveness. And West trips up Blum. They wanted a foul, won't get it. Megan Nipe called for her third personal foul. And Georgie Jones will go back to the line.
This is when the pressure's on and free throws are important.
But if you can't make them, it's nice to get those rebounds. And 3 offensive rebounds for Central. And 4. And finally, the 5th time is the charm.
They've got to finish those shots. They're working hard to get the rebound, but you got to finish. Centennial, on the other hand, cannot let that happen. That's how Central's going to win this ball game. And on Central's side, they got to box out and get that rebound and go.
Foul is on Siona West. Centennial will go to the line. That last basket for Jones now gives her 11 points. It's West's second personal. I tell you, both these teams cannot be happy with the amount of fouling in this game.
Good, solid defense comes from moving your feet, moving your legs.
And Centennial, on the other end, can't make a free throw. Central now has a chance to tie the game if they want to. No foul, no charge was called. Georgie Jones draws another foul, and she will get 2 free throws because it was in the act of shooting.
Centennial mad about that call, but when Georgie was going up to shoot, getting bumped by the body a little bit, it's going to send her to the free throw line.
And now Centennial has a player with 4 fouls, Bridget Schoonman. She has been a good presence inside. In and out for Jones. And now Megan Wojtaszek has to step in for Schoonman. And that could change things for St. Paul Central. Jones 1 of 2.
Megan Howard coming in for Georgie Jones. It's going to be tricky because Georgie's been a great momentum spark, so Megan's going to have to take that on and really carry this team inside.
Jones has brought Central back to within 2, scoring the last 4 points. Foul and Kiara Taylor, which is her 4th. And if you look at the scoreboard for us, it's the left side of the screen. You see all the fouls piling up for both teams.
Here comes Georgie right back in the game. So right now we're going to have Megan Howard and Georgie Jones inside, as well as Buford on the outside, which is a good lineup to have in this situation.
We'll see what Central's Twin Towers can do. Allums misses a free throw, and so the last 2 trips to the free throw line have come up empty for the Cougars. Central taking their time. Here comes Buford. Megan Howard with the ball. Kiana Johnson will reset. Takes it herself. No good. Jones with the rebound. Cleans up the mess. We are tied again.
What a great talent Jones has to be able to find the rebound and just have the presence of mind to get to the right spot on the floor to pick up that rebound.
Jones has scored the last 6 points for Central, which not coincidentally has brought them back in this game. The fans are getting into it for Central. Knight not knowing what to do. Becken for 3. No good. Now Knight with 3. Bullseye! 28 points.
They shot him a lot in the first half, but now they're starting to fall in the second half. It was a good shot for Centennial.
Blum looking for the pick, did not get it. Central will keep the ball as Centennial had a hand on it. Johnson, did she respond? No. And the scramble for the ball. It goes to Central.
Good intensive play is what I expected out of these two teams, falling on the ground, going for the loose balls. It's taken them a while, but they finally got to the point. If they pick up these loose balls, they can turn them into points.
Centennial's going to feel that one in the morning. Buford goes to Johnson in the backcourt. That's allowed. Johnson will try again. Nothing.
Johnson frustrated but shaking off the call, trying to show some type of leadership for her teammates.
She gets called for the foul. Centennial will go back to the free throw line. Kayla Blum will try to increase Centennial's lead.
14, Seattle West.
0 for 3. And Willie Taylor calling the timeout with 4 minutes to go. 51-48 in favor of Centennial.
Both teams have a lot of talent. They have depth on the benches. This game with 4 minutes left is still possible to go either way.
And for Central, this will be a good preparation for what they have to come later on in the season. They will be playing at Target Center in January to play an out-of-state school. And they will also be having a regular season rematch with the team they beat in the state final last year, Minneapolis South, in February.
That'll be a fun game to go to see. It's going to be high intensity, two incredibly talented teams. I'll be excited to see how that turns out.
4:01 to go. Johnson with the push. Looked for Howard, but lobbed it, and Blum with the steal. Here comes Nipe. She's been hot, and she only gets hotter.
That's when it gets difficult for Central because you don't want a layup to go untouched. But at the same time, Megan Howard sitting with 4 and Georgie Jones sitting with 3. There's nothing they can do but sit and watch it go by to keep themselves in the game.
Megan Howard responds, pulls the margin back to within 3. 53-50. Allums has had a hot hand in this half. Can't handle the pass. Taylor is open. Here she comes. Central is now within 1.
With heavy defense on her, still making that layup is very impressive, and that momentum is going to help Central in the final couple minutes of the basketball game.
Nipe, she's on fire. Let her burn. 32 points.
Watching the court, it's really hurting not only Central, but also Centennial, but it's helping Centennial a little more in the fact that they're communicating, talking to each other more on the floor. Central's quiet. Georgie was left alone in the backcourt, not knowing there's a player behind her.
And Kiara Buford with a clean block.
Buford making a statement. She's not done playing yet.
And a player is down. It's Megan Nipe. Slow and getting up. She's not a player you want to lose. But she appears to be okay.
Centennial not wanting to take her out of the game. She's been hot for this team.
Sienna West stepping in for Central, replacing Kiara Taylor. Beckett for 3. It looks good, but it doesn't fall.
Good rebound by Megan Howard, really getting position and pushing it to the outside.
Shot blocked by Nipe. And Central escapes. They will retain possession. But Nipe showing that she has more than just a hot hand, and Kiara Taylor coming in again. Looking for Jones inside.
Jones has got to be strong inside and make a target, otherwise that pass is never going to get to her.
Centennial with a 5-point lead, less than 2 minutes to go. Peden with the last basket. Now Central is going to have to answer under pressure. Johnson, no.
They got to get, Central's got to get back and stop this shot.
Peden gets the bounce. They are now up by 7. Timeout on the floor. Central in danger of having their 34-game winning streak snapped.
A minute 28 left. You wonder if Central can pull this game out.
I did talk to Willie Taylor before the season, and one thing he did say was he did not expect his team to be undefeated. He certainly is expecting his team to go back to the state tournament, but you can see just how big of an impact Central's loss of depth has had on this team.
Central's going to have to be prepared to be strong throughout the season, not only physically but mentally. It's going to be very draining for them to be the target of all these teams to lose. And as it is, people are going to expect them to lose, and it's going to be hard to be criticized after coming off such a good season and a state championship.
At Centennial better be careful. A win against Central, and all of a sudden that bullseye may be painted right on them.
There's only a minute 28 left, but Centennial cannot get comfortable yet. The game's not over.
In last year's NCAA Division II Men's Championship, Winona State was up by 7 with less than a minute to go, and they lost to Barton, so it's not over by any means. But Central will have to act fast.
With the players they have on this team, it's possible. They just got to do it.
Buford looking to get open. Finds Megan Howard. She gets the foul. It will be called on Megan Wojtaszek. Megan Howard makes her first, and another advantage for Central. They also get to stop the clock.
It's a big advantage for Central. That free throw is going to be key. Free throws are key in and here on out. Central's going to be kicking themselves, or Centennial. Either way this game goes, because so many free throws will miss in the beginning of the game.
So, well, there were some bright spots in today's game. Both these teams have a lot to work on if they're going to be making a run in the state tournament, but championships are not won in November, and a mistake on Centennial.
Exactly what we've both been talking about all day. Little key ideas accounting for missed opportunities, missed points in this ball game. So many turnovers on both sides.
Central's Twin Towers back in the game. Jones and Howard, to be precise. Buford wanted to get a 3. Less than a minute to go. Central still down by 5. They need one. Taylor gets the basket, and now a one-possession game.
They really got to get back on defense here. Less than a minute to go.
There's no shot clock. Centennial could run out the clock if they wanted to. Willie Taylor telling his players, you got to make something happen. And Centennial forced to call timeout. And probably not a better, there isn't a song out there that would better fit the situation than Kanye West's Stronger.
Yeah, we'll see who's stronger in the end of this game.
Centennial fans getting in the groove.
Yeah, the back corner.
And I'm sure the Central fans, we can't see them from this angle, but I'm sure they're getting into it as well.
I'm sure Central's a little more on the edge, not wanting to end the winning streak quite yet.
Still, regardless of the outcome, I have to say, you do have to feel confident knowing that there may not be one dominant team this season. We may have a number of teams that could win at any time.
That is very true. It will make Minnesota basketball very interesting. And looking at the other teams' perspectives that Central will face, it does give everyone a chance, and we'll see what happens further on down the season. It is the only second game of Central's season, so they still have a lot of growing to do and developing that will happen throughout the season.
Tiara Taylor forced to foul out to try to stop the clock, and she sends Centennial's best free throw shooter to the line. And Kiara, for all the games she has played against Central and come up empty-handed, if Centennial can hang on, she will be feeling pretty happy. And she's missed her last 2 free throws. And she gets to stop the clock, or it stops the clock for Central as well. One of 2, so she makes it a 2-possession game. Very critical here in the final seconds.
We're going to see what happens, what Johnson can set her team up to do.
Running out of time. Dorsey nearly loses the ball. 13 seconds. They have to score. Howard with the 3, short. 7 seconds. Jones with the ball. That should do it. Centennial has snapped Central's 34-game winning streak with a 16-56 victory, and the fans are going crazy.
Who would have thought?
Have you ever seen anything like it?
On the one hand, Centennial must be excited. They are the team that just knocked off the state champions. Then you got to look at Central's side going, they've got to be devastated after ending their winning streak.
And the fans happy for the first time in 34 games, going back to the 2006 third place game. Someone finally beats St. Paul Central. And if there's one for the player of the game, there's no doubt about that. It has to be Megan Nipe. She was hot all game. No one could stop her. After watching this game, I'd say I really don't think there will be one dominant team this season. It could be Centennial and Central duking it out, and who knows how Minneapolis South and Hopkins, what effect they'll have on the Class 4A running.
Multiple teams that have the ability to do great things this season.
That will do it from here. Again, the final score, Centennial 60, Central 56. Centennial snapping Central's 34-game winning streak. For Todd Johnson, Natalie Alamat, and everyone here at Keystone Productions, this is Mike Peden. So long, everybody.